Hello, peeps. So I'm in my robe, but it doesn't really matter nowadays, does it? Like everybody's in their robe. I'm drinking the biggest cocoa as well in the morning in Florida, anyway. And somebody reminded me the other day. It's like they were talking about people walking slowly, and I am one of the slowest walkers going. And the reason being, it just reminded me recently, the reason being, I tend to, I don't know, it sounds crazy, but it's true. I tend to take in the ambience. I'm not walking to get a workout in or to, become super fit and super athletic. Funny enough, as a consequence, the health does improve when you walk, but especially when you start taking in the ambience, being mindful. It's not rocket science. I've said many times that you do not need to meditate necessarily. I'm not saying don't meditate. I'm saying you do not need to meditate necessarily. A lot of people are more stressful when they're meditating than when they're not, because they're thinking, oh my gosh, I got so many thoughts going on. I can't meditate, right? Well, when you're walking, it's a great meditation. Now, I used to have earbuds in the whole time, and I'd be listening to something, maybe talking to somebody. I mean, I see it all the time. People, they're going for walks and their phone is like glued to their ear the entire time. And what I find is that if you just walk with nothing and just take in the ambience with no particular time reference, or unless you've gone for 20 minutes or whatever, but not trying to get somewhere, just walking for the sake of walking. What you'll find is that it's incredible. Try that with washing the dishes too. I'm not even kidding. Make your life a meditation. This is the time where the world is teaching us how crazy our mind is. We're constantly wanting to be entertained in some way. We cannot sit still for a minute. I'm talking generally, of course. We can't sit still for a minute. If we're sitting still, we're thinking, oh, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And it's little wonder that most of us live a life of anxiety. But when we start to slow down, literally, in every way, shape, or form, when we're walking, when we're answering the phone. In Hawaii, I can't remember what it's called, but what they do is they take a breath whenever they're thinking. If you ask them a question, they'll take a breath. And then they'll answer you. How many people take a breath now? It's like they've answered you before you finished your question. So bear that in mind for today. We've got a perfect opportunity of getting to that point of doing nothing. And I don't mean don't do the stuff that needs to be done. I'm saying don't do the stuff that doesn't need to be done. You don't need to get up and clean your closets and clean your this and clean your that, and making it such a task, and you feel so bad if you don't do it. If you want to, that's great. If you don't want to, don't. Let me know what you think. I'm always up for a conversation. All right? You take care.